I wanted to target the next 15-minute fair value gap, right? Or the daily opening price. So the daily opening price, again, was just over here. So this is the daily opening price. And I wanted to target this level over here, 1.5, well, just under a 1.5R. Now, this is what's important to understand, right? This is where I want all traders to focus. What was going on here, right? What was going on inside of this level? So in order for us to catch this good trade to the upside, we want to know what was going on here. This is the main thing we're interested in. So if I just zoom in a little bit. Now, as a trader, right, as an order flow trader, you're not interested in reading every number in the order flow. But what you are interested in is looking at the delta at key levels. And you're looking to see who is being rewarded. So let me ask you a question, right? So this was 11 past 10, 12 past 10, 13 past 10. Were these aggressive sellers successful, right? We had 3 minutes of a lot of heavy selling, right? Aggressive sellers, aggressive sellers, aggressive sellers, right? Here, here, and here. Especially here, we see 87 for 0, 8 for 0, 7 for 0. So we see a lot of finished auctions down here as well. Finished auctions, if you're new to the channel, finished auctions just represent that buyers and sellers aren't actively or aggressively trading, right? So we don't see any contracts ask contracts, right? 0 on the right number means that the ask value is 0. So the number of aggressive buyers hitting contracts at those prices is 0. There's no contracts are buying over here. There's only aggressive selling. So if we can break above the zone over here, who is in control? So it's the opposite of what happened on Thursday. So here we see aggressive sellers and we see a break to the upside. So I'm just going to write here upside break. So aggressive sellers with an upside break, that's what kept me in the trade. So I was happy to ride this trade, even though the price action itself, this was quite difficult price action. I didn't like sitting in that price action. It was a little bit weird, but the confirmation came from the order flow, right? So again, this trade was around 1.5R. So again, not the highest R multiples because of this choppiness. I didn't really like the price action, but again, key level entry order flow. So you're seeing again aggressive sellers, and we see constant breaks to the upside. So entry at 67.22, stop loss at 67.04, eventually trailed it up to here, and let the trade ride up to this area here, the next sort of key level, the next 15-minute fair value gap. So that was Friday's trade. So we had a really good week. So we had a break even on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we hammered again. So again, we had about risking about $300 to make just over 410, right? So that's kind of my trade today. So about a 1.3 or 1.4 risk reward. So again, if you like this video, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. If you have any other questions about order flow and how to use it to catch these kind of trades, just feel free to drop them in the comments.